how much do we have now? 210, just about enough. And we need another 100 for the next milestone. Okay. Look, I didn't do this to be nice to myself. We're here for a long time and a good time. Well, here we are. Satisfactory 1.2 experimental. And after a long period of meteorological anomaly, we finally have weather again. It's raining. Yay. Along with some other new things. We have fluid trucks and fluid stations. I just noticed a doggo and it looks so bedraggled sitting there. Make sure you keep your doggos dry and warm. So I've been inspired a bit by the Random Notes Hardcore Challenge and also some style stuff I'd like to try and work out. But I'm also setting some extra rules for myself to try and tame my little chaos brain. The main thing is trying not to rebuild entire factories. I am both a perfectionist and very indecisive, and that often leads to half-finished buildings, which eventually get replaced with another never-to-be-finished project. And that's gonna mainly affect stuff like machines and foundations, especially since I'm not really sure how this is going to work at the start when I can't have decoration parts yet. It's a bit of a test run. The other part is not cheating progression too much. I have a tendency to rush milestones, and then I have to play catch up with actually building the parts, and eventually it's not fun anymore. So I need to unlock the milestones in order. I'm making some exceptions at the start. Probably going to start with project assembly for the unlocking in order. And then unlocked parts must be automated before doing the next milestones. And the stuff that I get from crash sites and doggos, I can only use once it's been unlocked. So no throwing a ton of turbo motors at sync and stuff like that. Note from the future. I had to make a huge exception to this for the sake of dealing with the power situation in Phase 1. My tree-hugging heart could just not deal with deforesting the entire planet, and doing it via aliens was unpleasant, to say the least. And we're going to go for all the insanity because I clearly hate myself. Including the power, we are going to have random nodes, no messing with the weighting. Given the costs, I was tempted to go all pure, but no, random it is, everything's random. RNG, be nice to me. Alright, I'm going to call this Haven for the moment, without too much further elaboration, because the name's kind of inspired by the style stuff I want to try. It's a bit of a mix of various ideas, and I'm not even sure I can make it work. So I'm leaving out the details, but I hope it's going to end up being okay. One more side note, I used to stream my 1.0 game on Twitch, but I realized it works best for me when I can just sit and think quietly about my builds. So I'm trying the recording thing and hoping it turns out somewhat decent. Okay, I've baffled quite a bit. Let's start the game before I lose my will to throw myself into this. Oh, one more thing. Keep inventories on and creatures are on passive. I don't intend to abuse that, either of those, but I don't like to suffer too much. And I'm not good at combat.
Main transport complete. Group A delivered to Calistian region. All pioneers functional, initiating dispersion. Attention Pioneer, I am Ada, your personal instance of the artificial directory and assistant. Welcome to the Fixit Incorporated Save the Day program. A Fixit Pioneer has 3 core assignments. Construct. All pioneers must follow Fix-It guidelines and instructions when constructing any building. Automate. Every pioneer is responsible for setting up and managing efficient pipelines, outposts, and power infrastructure. Explore and exploit. Fix-It selected planets are rich with resources suitable for direct use or further investigation. Stay within your designated. And that is why the world is counting on pioneers like you. Fix-It. Short-term solutions to long-term problems. Initiating planetfall. Atmospheric entry in 3, 2, 1. Beginning aero assist. Drag within acceptable parameters. Descent phase begun. Decelerating. Deploying parachute. Deploying backup parachute. Skipping parachute. Landing phase begun. Activating retropropulsion. Touchdown. Planetfall complete. Drop pod integrity nominal. Omni-situational exploration suit nominal. Pioneer. Acceptable. Congratulations. You are the third in your region to survive planetfall. Welcome to Massage 2, AB-B, in the binary system of Akicha. Loading objective-based introduction. Begin onboarding. First contact safety tool supplied due to presence of alien megafauna. Adhere to Fix-It procedure and equip the Fix-It Inc. Xeno Zapper before leaving the drop zone.
Well, here we are. Has anyone ever just stood around, seeing if Ada complains if you don't move? I'm not going to do that, but somebody should. Welcome to the grasslands. Good Manta Ray. Hello. Now, I saw ahead, while we were landing, a Bane welcoming us to the planet. Oh, things spawning in. Right, let's do all the things. Oh. If you didn't know this trick, if there's a big icon here on top of your inventory, you can just press the number keys.
Next objective. Dismantle the drop pod. Fix-It incorporated as cost-effective and efficient. We do not waste. The drop pod will be recycled to construct the first stage of the habitat and utility base, often referred to as the hub.
There we go.
Next objective. Use the resource scanner to find and collect additional iron to be able to build the hub. If you cannot find iron, be assured scans of the planet have revealed sufficient iron sources.
You know what just occurred to me? The first thing you do in this game is dismantle something. Not build, dismantle. Nut.
Potential edible collected. Eating it and surviving does not count as a valid field test and does not generate enough data for Fix-It to make an informed decision. Store this potential resource for later use.
Okay, if you say so. Plan. Let's grab some berries too while we're here. Yay!
Potential edible collected. If consumed before authorized as compatible with the human digestive system by Fix-It, the consumer is responsible for any and all consequences. Store this potential resource for later use.
Now, let's actually do the scanning we are supposed to be doing. Do we have the map yet? No. This might bode well for where I want to build. Bode not well for where I want to build. I know I can slide jump and sprint and be faster, but I'm actually kind of enjoying the new game experience at the moment. I shall be bouncing all over the place shortly. Hello. Oh. I actually caught you eating. I don't think I've never ever noticed him actually being successful before. Successful bird. That's supposed to be a copper node. Ah, fuck it. Down we go. Might as well grab some things while we're here.
Next objective. Use the build gun to construct the hub. Iron is a base component necessary for all near future progress, so ensure you build the hub close to iron sources. Fix-It does not pay by the kilometer.
So, here's the central grasslands. Okay, I'm already bored. Bounce, bounce, bounce. That's quartz. Bloody hell. Okay, random is gonna be fun. Is that Caterium? Okay, we're just gonna walk down there and have a look, because what the hell? That oil? Nervous laughter? This is gotta be an interesting thing. Okay, yes, that's oil. That looks very pretty. I mean, they used to be flat, but if you have random, I suppose you need to have a way to have them spawn in other places. I like. Okay, we have 2 copper. Definitely Caterium. Is that iron? That's iron. What kind of iron? Normal. Normal is good. Now I need to plan where I'm gonna put my main factory. The way I usually do it is I find myself somewhere for the space elevator, and from there I start building a multi-story thing to have all the components going in. Can we photo mode yet? Yes, we can. That looks wet. I know there's stuff down there somewhere. No idea what might be over that way. That doesn't look like anything. Could be iron. I keep being distracted by the cats outside. They keep walking down the path to my door. And I'm like, kitty. It's like squirrels, but worse. Okay. Do I put the space elevator up there? I could build up the cliffs, but... here's the thing. If I put it around here somewhere, I can put the... There's a lot of space here with no nodes. If I put the elevator up here somewhere, it'll nicely get fed by everything down below. The reason I need to know this now is because I need to put my hub somewhere and I don't want to, you know... The rules say I'm not moving it afterwards. And you need to be happy with where your home is. Ledge? I think I might like that idea. Hub. Too uneven? Oh, come on. I make a decision and you go no. Okay, can we wiggle our way up here for better viewpoint, please? Just for placing? Look, if you can put ore up there, you can put the player up there. Please? This will be nicely up the wall. It'll only marginally cut into this rock. And we'll have to remove a tree. Regrets or not, I'm doing it.
Hub foundation built. The hub terminal and crafting bench are only the humble beginnings of a successful Fix-It pioneer, but essential for the next steps of onboarding. Once finished, the hub will function as your base of operations. Next objective, complete hub upgrade 1.
That counts as a tree. All right, crafting hub. Dink dink. Actually, milestone. There we go. We need 10. That means I need a little bit more iron, which is just around the corner. There we go. I'll need some ramps there, but this will do for the moment. I get a suspicion. Oof. Yeah, everything is more expensive, which means I need to find myself quite a bit more iron. Yeah, it's no longer 1-to-1, is it? Well, that means we do some extra exploring, yes? Good God. The power will be painful. And the vegetation will die. Oh, pure node. This will be nice. Well, in the future it'll be nice. What else do we have here? Keep your mouse over it. I know you can cheese it in certain ways, but you're not cheesing it. And the second node is more oil. You guys are over here. I'm not collecting the random stuff yet. Let's see what's down here, because that'll be good to know. That's Caterium and jelly, also known as Samel. It really looks like jelly, so I'm calling it jelly. Nom nom. And there's stuff up here that I tend to go for. That's so much quartz. And there's some coal. Hi. Do we kill them later? Clean up the wildlife later. These are... Ooh. That's bauxite. Okay. So what you're telling me is that we have coal and quartz and limestone and bauxite and Game, you're giving me some very hard decisions to sort out. Oh, B for flashlight. And that's more quartz. Cool. I'm just going to chop all the basic resources because we know we're gonna need them. Here's something I want to decide. Am I allowed to set new recipes in a factory? As long as they're still compatible. Not bothering the aliens just yet. Let me get sorted and started and settled. What was up there? I forgot already. This was 2 copper and... Gonna have a lot of Caterium. What am I gonna do with all these random oil nodes? I suppose that means I can have like coated plate and things like that quite easily. I mean, goodbye any need to... Any need to ship things in too much, I suppose. Okay, we're not... Do not touch the quartz, as tempting as it is. Actually, while I'm here, I'm metaing all the things. I know that there's a hard drive here, so we're going to loot some crash sites, shall we? After we've chopped up this limestone. Mindstone? Mindstone. Milestone. My brain is doing some random things. And there's going to be so many fuse blown messages. I apologize in advance. Can I? You can do it straight away. Oh, hell yes. All mine. Is my inventory full already? But this needs power. Okay, we haven't been given power yet. We have so much limestone, I don't want to pick any more up at the moment. My inventory is full. I have noob inventory. It's not designed for crash sites. Mind the ankles. Okay, let's see how far crash site starter stuff gets us.
Hub Upgrade 1, Storage and Frame, completed. Equipment like the portable miner can now be made in the workshop. Congratulations on completing your first milestone, the first of many providing access to new recipes and technologies for the Fix-It mission. Next objective, complete Hub Upgrade 2.
This gave us portable miners. Which technically we should probably be using.
Hub Upgrade 2, Power and Shell, completed. The smelter can turn raw ore such as copper and iron into ingots, and the biomass burner generates power when fueled. Fun fact, most of the native flora and fauna is compatible with Fix-It technology. Fueling the biomass burner with inappropriate materials will result in deductions or even cancellation of your yearly bonus. Next objective, complete Hub Upgrade 3.
I'm just gonna let this chunk for a little while. I need to make a decision. I can try and build everything as we go. Or I can do my level best to use the milestones as we get to them, which means I'd build some portable miners. I'd build myself a smelter, I'd hand feed them for a while. And I'd be handcrafting some stuff anyway. I think I'll be handcrafting for a bit. I don't quite And we do need to get ourselves the copper. I can't make sure this is level. Okay, bear with me. I'm already changing my plan. Because that's what you do. I need 6 plates for this. Now we're gonna put it. In here. It looks sort of next to the road. It's not quite... more plates. I'm going to fish for Brahms repeatedly. I technically need 3. I can make 3. And 1 for each resource. And I can grab it when I need to. Alright, let's get a tiny bit of automation started. One for you. So adorable. Happy drilling. One for copper. Normal. Normal is good. And... concrete will just have to be very far away. Better than the usual thing where the wire's very far away. Back home, let's actually pay attention to our ankles this time. Not that that helps if I'm jumping like that. And grab some stuff on the way back. Impure Caterium. I mean, it's better than no Caterium. Or really inconvenient Caterium. There's all options. Okay, we are actually after some copper. Okay. Wire required. Upgrade hub.
Hub upgrade 3, interior furnishing, completed. The constructor can produce simple parts, and power poles allow for the expansion of the power grid. When you make the inevitable mistake, Fix-It's dismantling feature is designed to salvage all resources used during construction, in line with our zero waste policy. We understand that Fix-It pioneers are only human and thus prone to error. Next objective, complete hub upgrade 4.
We have beds. We have a toilet. We have a desk toy. Most importantly, we have customization. I mean, I'm not gonna look at myself. This is just silly. I mean, I'm a cat at heart. What can I say? Yeah, expect us to change by the next time as I figure out what my numbers were again. And all those things. Now for the real thing, conveyor belts. There will be a miner here. You see, there's blatantly gonna be throughways here. I don't think I have a good feeling of how big the mine is going to be, because usually I'm floating up there somewhere with a hover pack. I might even want some verticality, who knows? Okay. There will probably be a hard cut here while I chunk things away. You know, looking at this, I need 75 iron plates. That will be genuinely ridiculous if I tink it all out by hand. Especially with these recipes. Can I build... No. I can't do generators yet. I was briefly contemplating going and opening the thing. I'm just wondering where there's other ones. I could still dismantle some of that stuff, but there's the purple forest, which is quite a walk. There's some other ones that require some jump and run, which I can't be bothered with right now. I think until I've got some verticality, I'm doomed. Doomed to tink. Alright, we have tinked enough. Hub upgrade 4.
Hub upgrade 4, landing platform and utilities completed. Conveyor belts connect the output of one building to the input of another and transport resources. Due to past incidents, I have been asked to issue a clarification. Portable miners, obviously, do not have a connection for conveyor belts. There is nothing to suggest, visually or functionally, that they can be connected to portable miners. If this is something you struggle with, do not worry. Fixit has alternative uses for all their pioneers. Next objective. Complete Hub Upgrade 5.
She is so nice, isn't she? No, she's not. But we love her anyway. Okay, back to tanking. See you soon. I have just decided to do another entire run of my miners. I get the impression that the portable miners are slower. I mean... don't quote me on it, because I'm not one of those people who have the numbers in their head, but especially not for portable miners. Who uses them? Some people do. The ones that do the onboarding do. Okay, we need to clear this a little bit. I do like this, though. Go through. Well, what works out later, we shall see. Back to tanking. And the rods are ready. Hub upgrade 5, after which we have all of it.
Hub upgrade 5, power expansion completed. The miner, unlike portable miners, can be connected to conveyor belts and requires power to function. Caution: as you expand, the energy demand of your production may exceed the capacity of your power grid. The onboarding program was established because Fix-It pioneers often experience memory issues after planetfall. If you are experiencing nosebleeds, nausea, existentialism, or an itchy scalp, there is no need for concern. This should pass within 5 to 7 workdays. Next objective, complete Hub Upgrade 6.
Our hub is complete. All the manuals, the socks, the microwave. It's very important to have a kitchen. Ding. We'll work on a coffee. Need a coffee cup first. I have a cat yelling at me. I don't know why. Meow. I don't know if she'll even be on the recording, but just so you know, there's the cat. And she demands something. We have these things which we're going to need at some point. Oh, this is not everything yet. Okay. We need the ability to build electricity. We do indeed. Okay. We're still short the foundations. See, this is the point where I'd say I want to just chuck down a bit of factory and make all the things. Bear with me a moment. Alright, I'm going to see if we can get some alternative iron going. I'm going to make myself a portable miner. I'm gonna hop over there and see what's over there. I would love if I had the automation already, because then it would be making stuff while I'm trying to find new things, but I don't wanna... Here's where the rebuilding comes in. Don't want to put it down like that, because I have opinions on how things are supposed to look. Reminder, this was oil. Let's check those over there. There's an awful lot of... That's just copper. It's downright disappointing, isn't it? There's usually a coal node. Oh. If the SAM is over there, what's going to be under the arch? And this place is usually full of copper and iron. We have limestone. We have iron. Oh. That's 1 coal, 2 coal. Pure. Impure. It evens out, I suppose. So this will still be a good place for steel. And aluminium. I'm glad they patched this, but I'm still, used to avoiding it. Oh, hello. I have berry. I have berry. Come back. Sorry, I was being so bouncy. Are you there? Tasty? Be friends? Be friends? Oh, I need to name the doggo. But what do we call... What do we call our doggos? The very first doggo? I'm bad at naming. It'll do. He loves me anyway. Okay, doggo, let's go. You have an entire planet to explore. You with me? That looks suspiciously like oil. I'm not sure if I can get used to this. Approach carefully, don't upset the gas plants. Do pick up the wood. It's not showing me. Fair. Kinda fair. I've lost my doggo in the process. Doggo? Doggo? Nummy! Where are you, Nummy? Nummy? Nummy! Okay, let's go home. You haven't seen home yet? Nummy? Nummy? I really can't move too fast with these. Okay, we'll go slowly for doggo. Okay, so the secret to keeping doggo well and alive will be to run away quickly, so he loses track, and then he will stay where he was. Maybe. I'll need to make a doggo area. Okay, so that's still a good coal area, steel area. Other than that, I'm not really sure where I'm gonna put anything. There are plenty of aluminium things. And I'm missing the good starter factory areas. It begins. Okay, this is now just grabbing iron and tinking, so yeah. Cut to when I actually do stuff. It really is a ridiculously beautiful planet before we cover it in industry. All the sparkles, things flying, spheres glowing in the distance. So many slugs. The manta floating around. Well, we're gonna have it soon ruined. Jesus Christ, dog, are you efficient? Alright, a long while later. Well, not too long, to be honest. This is the last hub upgrade.
Hub Upgrade 6, Landing Platform Hydraulics, completed. Freighter landing initialized. Congratulations, you have completed onboarding and achieved the absolute minimum skill level required of a Fix-It pioneer. Fix-It looks forward to your future achievements, because a future with Fix-It is a future with you. Tier 1 and 2 milestones are now available in the hub, and biomass burners can now be built individually. Your first official objective is to initiate Project Assembly by building the space elevator. This objective will take a significant amount of resources, so Fix-It recommends getting to work.
I kinda want a bit of everything, but I really want to get my iron going. Okay, let me consider this for a moment. Oop. Hi. I didn't think I'd suddenly find myself between your legs, but here we are. Also, once again, gorgeous. You too. Okay, if there's gonna be some kind of road here, there's probably gonna be an overpass. The miner is going to be sideways. We are going to make very simply just plates. It's probably gonna go into its own thing up top. I really need both. I need the miners and the foundations. Not the miners, the vertical lifts. Vertical lifts is totally too much. Conveyor lifts, you know what I mean. Verticality. But I do need the foundations as well, because otherwise I can't build on top of anything. This will be painful. What we can probably do is get some concrete sorted out. Might almost be worth having its own miner for the concrete over there, like before I, and some extra. Okay, that's what we need to make. Let's get thinking once again. Later on, I'm not gonna care about the expensive recipes, because I'm gonna spend a lot of time thinking about decorations anyway. But right now, nothing is automated, which means that the time I'm spending thinking and generally being indecisive and distracted is not being used productively. That's why we automate things, so things happen even when we're not looking. We'll get there. We'll get there. Another thing to note, if you don't really have a smelter set up, then there's almost no point having a miner. because it's kind of slower by a bit than the portable miners, and you need to constantly power it. So if you then don't have a smelter that does it automatically, it's really just not efficient. You might as well take it and tinker away at your workbench. And in that way, it kind of makes sense that you get smelters before you get miners. Yeah, when I started my 1.0 playthrough, I kind of tried building things when they happened. Because I didn't have the no rebuilding challenge, so it was a bit more sane. And it actually worked quite well to be speedy, or at least feel satisfyingly speedy. Yeah, I'd relatively fluently, use the smelter for whatever needed smelting and, change recipe to what happened to need doing. And I think overall it took me like 3 hours, I think, 3.5, something like that. Which I don't think is too bad. Alright, here we are. Possibly time to sort our limestone out. Let me just deal with the wildlife. Like I said, passive. I will deal with... I will deal with making all the weaponry and all that kind of stuff. Let me have it on I'm not a combat person. I'm just gonna put it like that. Let's do the rest from above. We are not in fact doing a Jace. We are leaving enough, I hope, for making this into a decent manifold in the future. And we're just gonna shove all the bare mess in here. Which also means it's going to go boom at some point. Actually, this will overfill anyway. Let's take that along. I do not... I connected... See, that's allowed. Because that just went... the hell. Okay. I will be making concrete. Did I expect too much? 25. Right, everything is more expensive. 20. Okay, I'm making all the things. We need 1 biomass. We might not actually have enough iron to get this done. This is awkward. Let's do this for the moment. It will turn itself off once there's, once it's dormant? No, on standby. This will run out so fast. Oh god. I apologize in advance for all the noises. Also, that's some very hyperactive wind. Hello. Is the weather about to turn? I probably ought to find some wood for our industrial needs. I remember there being wood down here. Yeah, there we go. That was already it. I'm usually very sparing when it comes to demolishing the scenery. But I think I'll have to be a little bit more aggressive for this playthrough because, well, at least until I get coal. And that could take a while because, well, we're gonna need to build a lot of elevator parts. And that's all gonna be on bio. See, I could quite easily take up the entire forest floor and it would be a little bit weird because suddenly there's nothing.
Your waves lap at our shores.
Yes. Sorry, I need to not do that yet. For no reason whatsoever other than my own brain. You understand, yes? Okay, things will run for a little bit now. And make more than 8 concrete. We need 200 concrete. I mean... Good God. It'll... yeah. Be here for a long time. And a good time. You remember how I put some iron portable mine over there so that I'd, have a bit more? And how I was just over there? Yeah? Tig. Doggo, do you have anything? Rotors, they'll be good. Thank you. You know, with the new bunny hopping where you pick up speed, it's really easy to just get over here. I like. Ooh, sheets. That'd be nice. You know, the doggos are gonna be even more important now because they give you things for cheap. Speaking of doggo goodies, I need to deposit some of these. So we don't need them for a while. I keep breaking my ankles. No mercy. Fix-It won't care for pioneer safety. It's not efficient. Okay, let's put these in and then check what we need for the next one, which will be more efficient biofuel, desperately. 100 wire and 500 screws. No, 100 cable, that's even worse. Okay, see you in a bit. Let's grab that. How much do we have now? 210, just about enough. And we need another 100 for the next milestone. Okay. Look, I didn't do this to be nice to myself. And apparently I'm going to have to murderize the forest. Severely. Okay, at the very least, here's the foundations.
Milestone reached. Several new structures are now available for improving factory organization. Foundations provide a building grid, which makes it easier to manage placement of any structure. In the event that you are experiencing amnesia for all events prior to planetfall, be reassured that memories of beloved humans and/or animals would have only been distractions from your important mission.
Yeah, and some of us will call bullshit on that. So Ada, tell us again why we don't have any memories. I'm sure you will give us an entirely reasonable explanation. Okay, we should be bouncing. We should have our 100 concrete, I hope. Sadly, we are still in the stage of the game where we're going to need plates for... Oh, that's giving it 120, isn't it? I can't downclock it yet either. Okay, yeah. But yes, we're still gonna need iron plates for everything. But we can start tentatively, there's the dropship, tentatively building some factories at the very least. And the recording time is 2 hours and 26. This is not gonna be finished in the time it took before. Although I don't feel too bad about where I am at the moment, to be honest. The painful part is going to be when I actually start building the smart plating and everything on the way there. You know what, I should probably also have a look at that that hard drive side. This wanted 40, didn't it? Actually, let me just murderize you. There we go, first hard drive.
Damaged hard drive successfully acquired. All pioneers are contractually obliged to preserve and secure any recovered hard drives for future analysis, which may result in benefits to the Fix-It mission. Speculation as to why there are crashed freighters in your Fix-It designated zone is discouraged as specified in your contract.
And some more free resources. Let's hope this shortcuts us a little bit more. 500 screws, why? Why am I doing this to myself? At least we were stocking up on concrete. Okay, where is my doggo? I've not gone anywhere other than over here. Doggo? That's an oddly comfy glow coming from the equipment workshop, isn't it? No sign of my free roaming doggo, though. Maybe daylight will help. First, processing. And that's all we needed. Obstacle clearing, efficient biomass processing.
Milestone reached. Solid biofuel, created from any biomass, ensures maximum efficiency of biomass burners. To aid in biofuel production, the chainsaw allows for the removal of tougher wood and coral foliage. Additionally, your pocket dimension has been inflated to increase inventory size. Inspirational note: will you be the Fix-It Employee of the Month? You could be if you construct, automate, explore and exploit by eliminating all obstacles to efficiency. This isn't just fun, it's contractually mandated, fun.
And now we start working on the stuff we actually need. Now just remember that I still need a milestone for the conveyor lifts. Where is it? Logistics. So much. And that will be the biomass on the limestone running out. I'm about ready to get some actual automation going. Because I just did that. Didn't mean to use all of that up. Luckily, I don't need the actual wire for anything at the moment. But yeah, I need to go on a biomass thing. And I do need wire. I do need wire. Look, we're slowly getting there. I'm gonna have a road through here, and I'm gonna tastefully remove some of the foliage. Oh wait, are you my doggo? You're my doggo. You went a long way. Screws. I guess that'll do. I'm gonna need a bunch of screws at the moment. I think I'm getting tired, you know. It is possibly just a little bit too mind-numbing, but we're getting to the parts where we're actually gonna be doing stuff again, so let's hope. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm gonna need to be doing a lot of processing before I can get myself a mining device. I'm gonna need to do a lot of biomass hunting before I can power the mining device and everything attached to it. Because power costs are gonna be ridiculous. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stop the recording here. I'm gonna do a little bit of grinding. I promise to not do any building. And once I've had some sleep... Sleepy sleeps. Once I've had some sleep, I'm going to come back and hopefully have enough stuff to set up this actual iron production thing, which is going to have to be making iron plates, because that's something we're gonna need a hell of a lot of for foundations and for the conveyor belts. So yeah, let's see how it goes. I'll see you next time.